Coral Reefs by Ethan Williams. Here's coral reefs as we know them: beautiful, colorful, and home to many different species of fish. This is what ocean acidification is doing to coral reefs. So, what is ocean acidification? It's the ongoing decrease of pH in the Earth's ocean caused by the uptake of carbon dioxide from the Earth's atmosphere. pH is the measure of hydrogen ion concentration. Here's a diagram of what ocean acidification is. So first, atmospheric carbon dioxide dissolves into the water, creating carbonic acid. And from carbonic acid, it creates biocarbonated ions and hydrogen ions. And from biocarbonated ions, it creates carbonated ions, which deforms shells and affects negatively on coral reefs. So background of the ongoing issue affecting coral reefs. All around the world, our oceans' coral reefs are being damaged and destroyed. Healthy coral polyps take in calcium carbonate from the ocean's water to help the reef stay healthy and strong. But the carbon dioxide that is being released into the atmosphere is going into the hydrosphere all over the world. The amount of carbon dioxide in the oceans has and will keep on increasing in acid that takes over space of calcium carbonate, which damages and destroys the coral reefs because the coral reefs are taking in more acid than calcium carbonate. Here's a closer look of what ocean acidification is doing to coral reefs. So, history of ocean acidification. Ocean acidification was not always a problem and has been recognized as a serious issue for around 20 years. As the amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere has increased significantly in the past century, oceans' acidic rates has started to increase. It was first recognized in 1994 in the National Park of American Samoa in odd bleaching on the coral reefs, which made the coral white. Here is a graph of the increase of CO2 and decrease of pH over the years. As you can see, the atmospheric CO2 has increased, causing the seawater to have more CO2 in its dissolved into it, causing the pH to decrease to make space for the CO2. So why does ocean acidification make coral reefs white? As you know, ocean acidification can have some negative effects on coral reefs. One of them being the fact that it causes loss of color in the tissue of the coral. As the amount of carbon dioxide in oceans increase, it causes the temperature of the ocean to rise. Corals are very sensitive to changes in temperature. And as weeks go by with that same high temperature, the zooxanthellae, which the coral depends on for food, leaves the tissue. Without the zooxanthellae, the coral turns white because zooxanthellae produces color for the coral. When the coral is white, it is unhealthy and is less able to fight diseases. Here's an example of before and after ocean acidification. So what will happen to coral reefs if the human race does not stop the amount of carbon dioxide that they are producing into the Earth's atmosphere? Coral reefs will no longer be beautiful homes under the sea for animals, fish, and other organisms, but it will be an underwater wasteland of coral. For the acid rates in the ocean will only increase if we don't make a change in our environment, which will cause many fish and other organisms to die, for they don't have a home or any place to nourish or make babies. Here's an example of what has already happened to coral reefs around the world as they die because they're more prone to diseases. This is after bleaching both photos. They die. So what society can do to help? There are many ways that society can help make the ocean acidification decrease over time and hopefully be eliminated. Here are some ways society can help. They can drive less and take the initiative of walking, running, biking, carpooling, and taking public transit. They can also reduce the amount of plastic you buy or use. For this is a lot of plastic. They can be aware of what you pour down the drain. For you never know where that drain leads. It could lead to waste treatments, which in nasty chemicals into the filtering system, which we drink, or it can lead to the ocean and be absorbed by fish, and then we eat fish also. It always makes its way up back to the food chain, the top of the food chain. We can also use friendly products that break down instead of plastic and other non non recyclable products. And we can use every drop of water for every drop counts. Thank you for listening to my presentation. This is Ethan Williams signing out.